been struck with a case of the Manflu. I had a really bad sinus headache and head cold over the last few days, and yesterday just knocked me for 6. So I just rested yesterday around the house. Actually, I rested most of the day on the couch. This morning's been much the same, but the headache has eased. It also rained all day yesterday. When I saw the blue sky today, can I get the blue sky up? There it is. When I saw that out the window, I said, well, I've got to try and get myself better enough to take these guys out, go back home and try and get stuff together and ready for work. I'm in the DP chair for one more day tomorrow, and back to my regular classes, hopefully for the remainder of term from Tuesday. Although I do have my mandatory upgrade for medals this Thursday in the city. I've got to finish a few things online for that too. Hasn't been a great week for our classes. One of my kids said that to me when I was on playground duty on Wednesday. As she walked past, she said, "Not a good term, sir. Not a good term." Because of the shortage of teachers, and one of my teachers been out on his prac, our classes got combined a few times even when I was on them, so you couldn't do the full program. And then while I've been upstairs, they've been combined again with another teacher. Usually somebody out of faculty, so it was not busy work, it was generic work, generic stuff around design and STEM and that sort of thing, but not following exactly what we want. But we'll try and catch up with it all once we're back in class. I think my staff member who's doing his prac returns, I don't think it's this week, I think it's next week. Anyway. Tuesday morning, and the day at which I thought I was going to be going back to class. The deputy emailed yesterday to say extended their leave by 1 day. We'll be back tomorrow. So I'm still up in the deputy chair today, which is good and bad. Bad that I'm not getting back on class just yet, but good because I had some things from the last couple of days that I needed to try and follow up on. It wasn't something I particularly wanted to just hand over because I had been dealing with it. So I'll be able to approach that this morning and see if we can come to a resolution, which means I should be back in class tomorrow, then back out Thursday for the training, then back in class on Friday. And Friday, one of my other staff, the guy who's got the Year 12 timber class, has booked in a intensive few hours with the group, booked me in with them, just because there's some processes I think they're coming up to that he said, like, I kind of understand what you're saying and explaining, but having you with the experience there would be pretty helpful for the kids. Their projects are always due on the Thursday of week 4 in term 3. It's week 8 of term 2. You only see them 6 periods a cycle now, so after this week he'll see them 6 times. Then there's exams the first 2 weeks back, and then the next 2 weeks, which they're chaotic. Pretty busy day for first day back up in the faculty. Period 1, no class, so it was set aside to basically do handover with the deputy of anything that she needs to follow up with over the last things that I dealt with over the last couple of weeks. And then I had year 10 timber, and just as I was walking into the workshop to get ready, my timber order arrived that I made about a week or so ago. The big boys in the class to come out and help unload the truck. Now this is the very first time that I've gotten timber from these people. The person that I'd been liaising with via email, I thought might have been the orders or the accounts person, but she was also the delivery driver. So she'd driven the truck out with the timber, and I'd ordered a full pack of 19 by 140 and a half pack of 12 by 140. I should say the other way, 140 by 19 and 140 by 12, and a half pack of 70 by 35 construction material. This was a lot of timber. There's a lot of timber. We just managed to squeeze the dressed pine, the 140 by 19, 140 by 12. We just managed to squeeze that into the rack. Had to move a few things around, slide things in really carefully, straighten up stacks, and all of the construction pine. We tried to sit on the floor because that was the first thing the kids brought in, and it was like 5.4 metre lengths. So we tried sitting that on the floor in the storeroom, and it just fit between the rack and the exterior doors. At the end, you've got to sign for the delivery, and because she's obviously not just a delivery driver, she's somebody within the business, and she said, yeah, this is the first time you've ordered from us, isn't it? I said, yeah. And she said, are these lengths all right? Because it was like, especially she was looking at the stuff on the floor. She said, because she can specify shorter and we'll send you shorter timber, because they do all of their own milling there as well. The quality of the timber looks really good, especially compared to the last stuff we got. All looks nicely dressed. It was straight. There wasn't all these big warps or twists and that sort of stuff in it, especially with the 12. The last lot of 12 we got from a different supplier was so warped. Their pricing was on par. I think they might have been just slightly cheaper, but delivery a little bit higher, so you sort of pay your trade-off a little bit. With the quantity of timber I was buying, slight difference in price was kind of offset by the delivery. Construction, year 11, they were all just trying to clear their N awards. I really wanted to do prac with them. So much of the stuff that they've got N awards for is stuff that they can do themselves on the computer, but so many of them need to be pointed at what they've got to do. Do this here, this here, this here, this here, this here, and that's frustrating for them and for me. And the thing is, it's a big class and you can't handhold all of them. So can you come here, so can you go here, so can... And I was running around to all of the different people, but you just can't. But you want to help them. Out again tomorrow, going into the city for my upgrade from metals and engineering vet qualification. There's been an update, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this, an update to the training qualification, and because we're delivering the qualification, we've got to upgrade as well. Some of it we can do through credit transfer because we've already got them, but calculations and computations and using computers, we had to do an assessment beforehand, a few little tasks beforehand, email them through, which I've done late. I've done today. You have until Friday afternoon to email that stuff through, so I've got that through. But we have to go in tomorrow to the TAFE, and it says steel-capped leather boots, your own safety glasses, your own hearing protection, heavy drill pants, heavy drill shirt, like all of that. So that implies to me something in the workshop as well. Again, that's right in at Ultimo, which was where I was last week for the aspiring DP, just sort of next door. So another really early morning to catch the train in, because there's not really anywhere down there to park, and I don't particularly want to drive into the city in peak hour traffic. And after 11 construction, I had an extra, which was 7 numeracy class for one of my staff. So I did some guesstimation and measuring activities in the classroom, and they were pretty good with it. So a little bit of movement, lots of measuring. We did some conversion of measurements because all of their measurements were in centimetres. We converted everything to millimetres. It was a good lesson. Then I had playground duty supervision. A time to eat in period 5. Back into the city. I've got to be down at TAFE by 8, so the train's leaving here just a few minutes before 6. So it's a very early morning. Blech. Day's over. Short day's a good day. Just before 2, I think. All our assessments done. I'm glad I did a lot of my online stuff, like my written stuff, yesterday and emailed it in. So I just did sort of virtual welding practice on the virtual welders, then some manual handling practice. It's stupid because there's hardly anything done different in the upgrade, I think, but you just got to basically demonstrate that you can pick up, lift and move something and use a trolley, and it's done though. So just walking back to the station now. The bonus of it finishing a bit early, home with enough light to be able to take them out. And I'm feeling pretty refreshed because I had a nap on the train. Sun's just setting over that way by the look of it, so we'll get back just before the light disappears. Help me work off the hot chips I ate today. late start for work today. The boys both had a appointment with the vet to get a injection for arthritis for dogs. Lucky was getting that towards the end with him, and it certainly helped. And with this one, it's just currently once a month in winter. It's just meant to help lubricate their joints, get rid of some of the inflammation and stuff. Sam's been on it before, but it was a few years back. Being that they're both managing a 3-kilometre walk when we do that, we figure this is more like a preventative. It's not something that they don't absolutely need it, but it's definitely a help. I didn't have classes this morning, but I'll still have to put in leave. I should get there during recess, and where I would normally have 11 then 12 construction today, I'm doing that help that I mentioned the other day, helping out the year 12 timber class. Trying to figure out if I can use if I could still get some of the construction kids, like year 11 especially, just to grab laptops and sit outside those workshops and work on that stuff. I might grab them and do that, because otherwise they're not going to do anything. If I at least provide the opportunity for them to work on the laptops to clear N award stuff, they really should be doing this in their own time. Like, a lot of them are asking, what's this cluster 2? What's this task 2 N award? I said, that's all of last term. The tasks that you should have done, the booklet, the stuff on Evidence Central, the practical. I said, everybody got that, because nobody's done it. Nobody's completed it by the due date, and that's what the N award is for. Up in the cafe area, and all of the ceiling has been taken down. You can see it down in here. This is all the framing that my construction classes did many years ago. And there's the wall we did. This wasn't blocked off that well, and there was birds nesting up in it. So we've had some people come in and they've taken down all the sheeting I had up there. They've gotten rid of the birds and all the mess that was up there. They've been power washing this so that it can go back up all clean. But they've left for the afternoon, and they left the whole place open. So I've just locked the gate down there. And now I'll just go down our stairs. We had to put this caging up because kids were climbing up parkour style into the stairwell and hiding out in this little section where nobody could see them. Time to leave and go home. I had actually left school, and I got down the road and my phone pinged that I'd left my iPad at school. So I did it. I'd only just got down the street, so I did a circle of the school, of the block, came back in, grabbed my iPad out of the staff room because it was still in the box that I take to the classroom. It's a good thing I did. I went upstairs because I saw the kitchen door open. Cleaner was in the kitchen, which was fine. But that cafe area had been left open by the people who were working up there. And I thought they were still around. The cleaner said, no, I think they've gone. Now I'm travelling home. It was good working with the year 12s this afternoon, like today. Middle session of the day when I was meant to have 11 and 12 construction, that was when they booked out 2 hours when the timber teacher was free, and he basically got the kids to come to the workshop for those 2 hours so I could give them a hand, and they were working well. I actually told my classes that we did still have class, and got all the laptops and everything down into the staff room so that they could use those just outside the workshops on the tables. And so the kids came along and they worked there and got help, etc. Some went to the library, just used the stuff there. Just as I was saying about using the laptops, I remembered that I'd left them all out. So I needed to get them put away into their locker and on for charging. So now I can actually leave. There's nothing else, is there? Got all my stuff now. Computers are away. Building's locked. At least it's the weekend tomorrow. Now we can leave. Third time's a charm. TGIF. Now I'm leaving. You want to start heading back, Sam? You want to start heading back? Go back to the house? Another week of Manflu. Felt like crap yesterday and I stayed on the couch all day. I just felt like rubbish. Today, I went to the shops because I had to buy stuff for the dogs and the pharmacy. I've done some laundry over the last 2 days for work.